today?
I'm good. How are you?
You're good?
Yeah.
It was choir.
It was good. You weren't there, right?
No.
Oh, where were you?
I was asleep.
You should cut that out of the recording.
I know. Yeah. Did you just, wait, was it just...
It was just going through the whole mass with the drummer dude again.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was the same deal. Dr. Scott didn't get crazy mad at him, so.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with oh, my notes are on the top. Gosh dang. Okay, that's fine. We'll just do some regular warm-ups. Okay, let's go.
With the hand motions or?
Nope.
Or no? Okay.
No
sounds
hand
good.
motions. Yeah, let's start. Let's do Z-O.
Z-O? Sorry, okay.
Yeah. When you're coming down, make sure to keep the soft palate raised, because what it kind of sounds like is we're going like, and you hear the difference on the way up and the way down. I want to try to keep that space there.
Okay.
Again, because do you hear it? It's starting to get a little bit nasally in the tone.
Kind of hear it, yeah.
Yeah? Try one more time. Okay, when you breathe in before we start, think of the like what we do in choir with like the mashed potato breath kind of thing, or it doesn't need to be, you don't have to open up your whole mouth like that, but we just want the feeling of the lift in the back.
Okay.
Right? So, okay, so we breathe with the same feeling.
What did I do wrong?
Oh, I'm just thinking. Well, there was just like that little like blip in the sound at the very end.
Oh.
So just keep the. We want to keep like the air spinning throughout the entire thing. Yeah. Okay, and now again I can hear it's sounding like the soft ball is kind of closing again. We're getting this kind of like this kind of very bright sound, which is useful for pitch. Actually, it's easier to stay in tune when you're singing that bright.
Okay.
But we want a good balance between the bright and the dark, because we don't want we don't want that, but we also don't want because if it's too bright too much of the time, then it's a little bit hard to listen to for an extended period of time. All right. Okay, one more time. And then thinking about trying to maybe try it instead of, you're not necessarily actually doing this, but thinking about on the way down, think about even lifting it more as we're going down.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe?
It still sounds like it's closing a little bit.
Really? Okay.
Maybe think about this idea of like, think about like a wave, or like the image of like a rolling wave. If that makes sense. So the air is gonna come up and over, and we want the air to go up into this space up here behind our molars, and then but we don't want it to just stay there. So like the wave is gonna come and it's gonna hook into this part of our teeth. So we still get that bright feeling or like the bright resonance here in the tone, but we want all this backspace to stay open, like a wave.
Okay.
Right, like that.
Maybe?
Do you hear it starting to close again a little bit at the end?
I can't say that I do, honestly.
Okay, let's go down a little bit.
Okay.
The range probably is not helping. Okay, we'll try here. Okay, let's try so this same feeling of the wave. Let's think about like we want the sound to like think about keeping the sound going up through this tube, like straight up, and even out, like back this way a little bit. Okay. And especially think about that on the way down and like at the very end of the phrase.
Okay.
Better.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you, just for fun, let's try going and like to the very extreme. Can you try making it like that really like dark swallowed tone?
Okay.
Can you try like manipulating it like that? Okay, so I think what might be happening,
I don't know. Dark works better lower.
well, some of it actually was sounding more even on the balance side. In the middle a little bit, it sounded
really
almost balanced. I mean, it was still, all of it was still dark. But what was interesting is that at the very end, it still came out nasal. And what I think is happening is I think your tongue is lifting.
Oh, okay.
So we'll try it one more time. And make sure you keep your tongue flat on the bottom of your mouth and the tip of your tongue on the bottom teeth the whole time.
Okay.
Or not the whole time. For the E vowel, the tongue will have to lift. Maybe, okay, actually, so let's just try it on an ah vowel the whole time so that your tongue can stay resting the whole time. So it'll be Good. Okay, and now we'll try with the overly dark while still keeping the tongue.
Okay.
So we're not gonna make the tone dark by moving our tongue at all. The tongue will just stay relaxed the whole time. But we're gonna manipulate the space back here to do that. Can you try to make it even darker than that?
Okay.
Okay, so interestingly, that first note, so up here, it got to the point where it was like, okay, that's too swallowed, we don't want that tone. But this note, it sounded like a little bit pressed almost, but I think it was the right resonance.
Interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I could still hear, did you feel like a buzzing still while you were doing that? Like,
I wasn't.
Did you feel any resonating?
I wasn't paying attention for it. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I could still hear the resonance.
Okay.
Like it still sounded like it didn't. Like I could still hear this like this kind of resonance as opposed to having it all the way back here.
Okay.
this sounds weird. I can still hear that, but and then when we got up, I think what was happening was there wasn't enough like air pressure to get the resonance going, and so, but that initial sound, that's actually more what we want, because you can actually still get it to go even warmer and darker than what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you feeling like what it takes to get that kind of tone going?
A little bit, yeah. I feel like I'm almost kind of pushing the sound back a bit.
Okay. Or are you, when you say pushing, are you manipulating something like going on in your mouth, or is it just like a mental thing?
I feel like kind of the back of my jaw is really opening.
Back of your jaw. Okay.
Like, yeah.
Interesting.
Not sure. I'm not a vocal pedagogy.
Well, no, I mean, it's literally just, we're just trying to get you to feel, I mean, it's okay if you don't feel anything. It's a lot easier to replicate a certain kind of sound if you are feeling what you're doing as opposed to hearing it, because how you hear it will change depending on like what room you're singing in or something like that. And so it's easier to keep consistency when we're just feeling through things. So let's try one more time. And then we're gonna think,
still as dark as possible.
Yeah, try to, maybe not as dark as possible, but just think about whatever you're feeling to keep that like extra space in the back there.
Okay.
But then we want the air to keep spinning.
Okay.
All right.
Whoops. Sorry, just off. My bad.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's still sounding like it still sounds like as we're coming down, there's a little bit of a collapse in the space, which it might be hard to feel that, because when the space is collapsing, it almost feels like there's less of a feeling, if that makes sense, because it takes a conscious effort to actually keep the space lifted as opposed to when it's coming down. So let's try to keep, this is gonna be hard, but just try it. Try to keep that conscious, because when you breathe in, can you feel wait, your tongue is tensing. I can see it.
I'm trying to keep it down.
Yeah, look at yourself.
Oh wow, that looks weird. Okay, yeah, you're right.
So when we breathe in, we just want to feel this. We don't want any tongue tension. There's nothing going on with the tongue. The tongue will just lay flat. We want to actually see your the uvula at the back.
Right. Okay.
Lift up.
Okay.
And then, so you can see it. There it's down. It's up. And then what I think is happening is either the tongue is creating tension, or it's coming back down, because when that space collapses, then you get more of a nasal resonance. And what I'm hearing at the end of the phrase what I'm hearing at the end of the phrase more so than in the middle of the phrase is it's starting to get a little bit more nasal. Just a tiny bit. Like, it's not awful, but it's just like, if we can tone it down just a little bit, then we get like a really nice tone. Right?
I should look at myself.
Yeah. Did you notice anything on the last note? Try it again, and really pay attention. Hold the last note for a little bit.
It did sound different. A little bit.
Did you see anything different going on?
Yeah, my jaw kind of dropped a little bit.
Okay. Here, we'll do this one more time. I'm gonna look at you as you're. I'll give you the chord, and then I want to see it. I'm gonna actually look at the inside of your mouth as you're doing it.
Okay.
Go in the mirror.
Can you see? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's just try. Okay, try it one more time.
Okay.
But then really think about that motion of the sound coming like up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I do that again, actually?
Hmm? Do you think you can lift the palate any more than you're already doing? So the way that we're gonna do this is we want this feeling of like the yawning sensation. Okay, but we don't want the tongue pulled back. So what I see you doing is
Right. Okay.
ugh.
Sorry.
That's causing my gag reflex. That's not good. So
Uh-oh.
So when we pull the tongue back, that's because the tongue is coming through the space that the sound is coming through. And so the more that the tongue comes back and like bulges up back there, the less space that there is.
Okay.
So we kind of we're thinking about our whole mouth and our throat as an instrument. And the more that we open up the space within our mouth and our neck, or our throat, that'll change the tone. The same way that like a trumpet sounds different than a tuba.
Okay. Right.
So we want the tongue to be relaxed so that it stays out of the way as much as it can, as much as we need to. And the way that that's going to happen is the tongue will need to stay. I don't know if your tongue is like kind of folding in the middle.
I noticed that. Is that not normal?
Do you feel like there's any tension causing that, or like you're doing that consciously, or
Not really, no.
Okay, as long as
I
there's.
don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess my tongue is kind of doing it too. I've never
not
really
as much as mine.
So as long as I just want the tongue to stay here, ha, this ha kind of feeling.
Okay.
Because as soon as the tongue starts to pull back, then it's gonna, yeah. So the tongue needs to stay relaxed, and then maybe try to think. Okay, maybe just let us try this. Thinking about it, you're just sinking into the space back here,
Okay.
like way in the back, sort of area. Let's try that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still
Should I try
it's still coming out a little bit nasal.
Should I stick my tongue out? Like, to just get it out of that space, maybe?
Maybe try this. Can you want to try copying my tone?
Okay, go for it. Yeah, that's the tone that gets you to whatever semifinals in San Diego.
Well, no, but that. Well, I'll just try it. Just
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so what are you feeling that's allowing you to
Tension here.
tension?
Yeah,
Okay.
Like, I'm like doing this.
Okay.
You don't sound like that, but you sound great.
No, so, can you like get the yawning sensation and just go, that.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard it, but we want that feeling the whole time.
Okay.
This, okay, the end of that was not what we wanted.
Okay.
Okay. So So it should feel very open.
Okay.
We want to maybe try even thinking about opening up the throat down here. And we're going to do that by relaxing. So we're not we're not using our muscles to pull anything. We're just letting everything kind of like this.
Okay.
And then at the same time, this.
Okay.
How did that feel?
Very airy.
Yeah, that kind of, it felt like you were pushing more air through than you needed. Maybe let's just stick to the, just kind of be silent. Okay, that sounded, so what I'm hearing is,
Really? Okay.
Do you hear that? The difference of what I just did?
I feel that it does not feel like the first one that I did where you were like, that was it. But I don't know what I'm doing differently.
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is, I heard it sound like, it started like this, like, and then we get kind of this like,
Okay.
Do you hear the difference there in the sound?
Yeah.
So we want to keep it more towards that, how it's starting throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay, now it kind of sounded like you didn't start with enough space.
Okay.
So try and copy the tone again.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that feel tension? Does that feel like there's any tension there with that?
Not tense, just wide.
Yeah. Okay. So think about
like I feel like there's something in here that I'm pulling forward, kind of.
That might be you might actually be feeling your larynx drop.
Oh.
Which is what we want.
Okay.
Actually. The other thing is that we just want to feel this. Yeah, we want to feel this. We want to feel this, and I think what you're feeling right now is this dropping sensation almost. But we want the tall space too. Up in here.
Sorry, I hate to interrupt, but Tess is downstairs stranded because she did too much and she can't see, and so I just wanted to let you know.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
I mean, yeah, you're welcome. So she's sitting and she's okay, but I just wanted you to know.
Is there somebody Chandler there?
No. I'll go sit with her till you're done.
Yeah,
we can pause if you need.
I will be like a few minutes. It's okay.
I'll sit.
Okay, yeah, one more time.
Okay. That doesn't feel right.
No, I mean, okay, it started good. Let's try one more time.
You should look in the mirror.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be very hard because I think what is just happening is the soft palate is just as you're going through. Maybe on an ascending pitch it'll help.
Okay.
Try maybe with pitch. Yes. Do you feel like the ascending part is feeling different than how it was when you were ending the other? Try it again. I want you to feel if there's a sense of things staying open.
Okay. Yeah, it definitely feels like there's something in here that's widening. Maybe the larynx, you said.
Maybe, okay, let's try to think about, so while you're doing this, what I just did is not great, if that makes sense. So, because I'm kind of losing some resonance, but I kind of am wanting you to just get this feeling of like what it's like to have a bunch of extra space in the back as opposed to this like, which is just a different tone.
Okay. That didn't sound right on the D.
Keep your posture, thinking about your spine coming up through the center of your head.
Okay.
And keep your chin, like just keep your chin at like a normal relaxed level.
Okay. I feel like my tongue did something there. Or something happened that closed the space, it felt like. On the way back up.
Okay, let's try something. Do you mind lying down on the ground?
Sure.
Okay. So this is a good thing to do just for relieving any tension. So what we want to feel is like all of our sound is created from the air in our stomach.
Okay.
In our lungs, but in our stomach also, right? And we don't want. Make sure that you're very relaxed while you're laying there, and then all of the energy is going to come. All of the energy is breath energy. Nothing from your tongue. Nothing in your neck should feel like it needs to really engage in order to get the sound to come out.
Okay.
And as we're doing it on pitch, but think about you're actually like sighing, like, oh.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, one more time.
Okay.
Maybe add a little bit of resistance in the
okay.
just a little so that you don't run out of breath.
Yeah, something tensed.
Yeah, I can actually see it.
No.
I can see your neck muscles starting to tense up.
Okay.
Can you relax even more than how you already are?
Sure.
Okay. 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 One more time.
A little better, maybe? No?
It was good.
Okay.
Yeah, one more time. Did you hear the sound kind of closing at the end?
Yeah.
Okay. One more time. Yes. How did that feel?
Like, very neutral, I guess?
Yeah. That makes sense.
I'm kind of trying to focus on engaging this without engaging this.
Right.
Which is a bit weird.
Yeah. Well, that's what we want, like all the time, pretty much. And when you're at a different parts of your range, it's gonna feel different, like the amount of support that you need. If you're at the very top of your chest resonance, then you're gonna need more support. Like you're actually gonna feel like you're engaging your intercostals and your abdomen more. But that's all in the name of keeping everything here in our shoulders and our neck. That's all to keep that from being involved. We want that sense of neutrality in the neck constant all the time.
Okay.
That's how we avoid vocal fatigue and like vocal damage.
Okay.
And it helps make a better sound. Yeah. Try one more time.
Okay.
Very relaxed.
That was weird. Okay. Okay,
do you want to try
I don't feel like I'm opening as much as I did before.
Okay. Try one more time.
Okay.
Maybe keep one hand on your keep one hand on the jaw and then one hand on your stomach.
Okay.
Nice.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, we'll try, kind of running out of time. We'll try one more thing.
Okay.
We can try applying this to
Should I sit up?
your song. No, actually, if you want to try singing like from here, the music of the night.
Yeah, I think that starts with an F, right?
Yep. Or E sharp.
Oh, it's been too long. as in 3 days.
You just sang it.
I know. Were you there?
I wasn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, good. Okay. Darkness. Something. Oh, good riddance. I'm sorry. Yeah, nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. That'll do it. Okay.
Relax, keeping the throat and the back of the mouth open.
Nighttime sharpens, heightens each. And that's the tank of air.
Yeah. Keep a little resistance going.
Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation.
Kind of sounds like you're running out of breath.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, so now we're at the point where it's like, this isn't an exercise. So when you're laying down, I know it's very hard to like actually keep that breath there.
Okay.
And feel like you're using a lot of like spinning breath at the same time. So just focus on now let yourself be in that relaxed posture, that position, and trust that you'll stay relaxed because you're in that position right now. And then just think about the phrase. Now just think about the phrase, and you're just singing the phrase.
Okay. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation.
Okay. One more time. We're going all the way to sensation.
Okay.
Okay.
Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation.
Still running out. Okay.
Yeah.
Try breathing on sharpens.
I think that's actually what I did. I listened up, and there were some breath marks in there that I wasn't doing. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation.
Okay. One thing that might help with, because it still kind of sounds like you're running out of air even on just that phrase a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I can see some things starting to tense up because you're running out of air.
Okay.
So, try just singing louder.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation.
No, you didn't breathe.
I didn't breathe. No.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation.
Now, did you notice how the fact that you almost actually did make it on that last one, when you were singing louder, like there was, it felt like you could keep going past that sharpens.
Yeah.
So that feeling of there's breath pressure but not as much airflow is how we can sing long phrases without losing the sense of like the voice just kind of like going away.
Okay. As soon as you gotta go, by the way, then.
Yeah, we'll just do it one more time.
Okay. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation.
Okay. Try it one more time. Did you breathe in the middle though? You did? Okay. One thing that might kind of be tripping you out right now is the fact that you feel like you're singing loud. But I would probably put your volume level right now at like
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a mezzo.
Okay.
A mezzo.
Should I like aim for 8 or 9 or something?
Yeah, not necessarily, because this part of the song doesn't need to be that loud.
Well, that's true.
But it feels like you're kind of getting even quieter on the ends of the phrases when you can stay at this feeling of a dynamic level of more than, you know.
Okay. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation.
How'd that feel?
Felt alright. Yeah.
It sounded
Good.
better.
Okay. Okay.
Now, in order to get that phrase to feel like it's a phrase as opposed to your, as opposed to keeping that dynamic level on the same thing, we just want this feeling of energy. It doesn't have to be exactly like the same,
Okay.
like Dr. Scott was saying, like this, but what you were doing was here, and then basically we just want that up here, though, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like the starting of your low should already be what the high was before, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can grow even more, and then less, and then you're still staying in this kind of louder
Okay.
dynamic. Yeah.
Based off of the last one that I just did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation.
How'd that feel?
Felt like I was pushing a tiny bit.
Okay. Yeah. You don't have to push.
Did it sound like it?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. I think I've been collapsing a bit too.
Yeah, it feels like there's a little bit of tension.
Okay,
Maybe because you're a cellist. Okay, maybe this will make sense.
go ahead.
So we want this feeling of, I know very little about string instruments, but I know that one thing that's very good to do when you're playing a string instrument is that you want this feeling of like there's nothing, like you don't want to hear the bow change directions.
Yeah.
So that sense of legato is the same thing that we want. We want the feeling of the breath to be like how you would play. If that
Okay.
makes sense. So the breath is this constant spinning thing, and the voice is just coming along for the ride,
Okay.
right? Because we don't want to have to like move breath every time that there's a note, if that makes sense. And you're not exactly doing that, but
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Like do it all in one bow, kind of.
yeah. So even the consonants will just come along for the ride in that stream of air.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation.
Nice. It sounded more relaxed, like you weren't pressing.
Okay.
Okay.
You gotta go?
We should probably stop.
Good.
That was probably too much.
Hi.
Hi.
I left Jamie with her for 5 minutes. Oops.